Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Shelby, and today we have a 2000, or it might be a 1999 Mustang GT with a bad fuel pump. Bought this car for $1,000 with the intentions of flipping it. So we're going to replace the fuel pump, put some fresh fuel in it, see how she runs and drives, and then we will continue doing a couple little things to it to end up trying to flip it, but that'll be in a later episode. So today, we'll get this fuel pump replaced and see how it goes. Hopefully we don't come across too many problems, but who knows? It's the nature of the beast, especially with messing with these old cars. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so a pretty quick overview of what we'll have to do. We'll have to get in here and we'll have to take that nut or bolt out in order to take it out of the fill cap. And then you'll have to take these straps off. And then the majority of it will come down. You got a couple of connectors. This one's broken, so we're gonna have to get that one fixed. And you'll have your connector to your fuel filter and a couple of evap lines and so on. So then you'll have to disconnect this as well. That's the power for your fuel pump. So that's really it to get it out, and yeah, we'll go from there. Overall, not too bad to take out. In hindsight, I should have removed this first. That is your fuel filter line. It takes a special tool to get that off. You can get it at O'Reilly's or AutoZone or wherever. And then this T right here is broken, so we're gonna have to fix that. But that's just emissions, so it all kind of links into this. And then and then this one just had a clip that had to be taken out, and these were easy to pull out from the actual hose that they were in. Again, those are just emissions things, so we're not too worried about it right now. It is probably going to have a check engine light. I think it already had one, but we'll replace that T here soon, probably after we get it all up and going, and then go from there. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull this fuel pump out. This actually uses a returnless system, so there's only one line that comes out of the fuel pump. That means that the computer actually controls the amount of fuel that it's pulling out of the tank and to go through the fuel line into the injectors, whereas a return system would have another line that comes back in, and it's not calculated by computers. It uses a fuel pressure regulator, which, I mean, I don't know about some cars, but they might be computer controlled. I would doubt it though. A lot of times when you're upgrading cars that have a returnless style system, they will opt out of that returnless style system and get a return system. So the majority of your street cars, drag cars, different things like that, they're going to have a return style system. So yeah, we'll go ahead and pop this fuel pump off and see where we're at. Alright, so we got the old one out. Luckily I got a full fuel tank, fuel pump assembly, so it wasn't a problem that I cut that sending unit and all that to get it out of there. Pretty dirty in the bottom, but I think it'll be okay. I made sure to blow it with air, or with compressed air, to get all the dirt off, so there wasn't going to be any extra dirt that was in there. Fuel tank overall looks okay though. It's halfway full of fuel too, so should be alright. Little arrow is, but want that fuel line going back this opposite direction. That's what it looks like. I am missing a bolt, so I'm gonna have to try to find one of those. Alright, looks like we found a bolt that's gonna fit. May not be perfect, but again, this is a flip car, not something that I'm too interested in. But then we're going to plug this in, and then this will plug back into the main harness on the body of the car. One thing we have left, we've got to remove this fuel line, put it on there, and then we'll be done. So you take these tools, and then you see it doesn't come off. And you push in. What it does is it pushes down a little clip, and then you can pop it out. You can see the clip inside there. Then chunk that, and this just pops right back on and secure it. Alright, we are now ready to put it back in the car. Of course, like I said, this T for this emissions is line, whatever this is exactly, is busted, but we'll figure that out later. I'll be able to pull it back and do the repairs in the car. Cool, let's put it in. Alright, so everything's in. Got it mounted. Got the plug in. Got all this done. Hook the fuel filter back up. I'll probably be replacing that fuel filter. And of course we still have this evap line. So that needs to be fixed. But for the sake of replacing the fuel pump, this is completed. Now we'll go test drive it. So this thing runs surprisingly well. Definitely has some issues, but as far as fuel pump goes, I think we're doing pretty good. So that's pretty much it for this. We'll be coming back to this car at some point in time, maybe sooner, maybe later, not sure yet. And looking over all the problems that it has. It's a $1,000 car, right? So we'll look over all the problems that it has, figure out what I'm gonna fix, what I'm not gonna fix, and then go from there. But overall, car runs and drives pretty good. Got some obvious suspension issues, and the AC works immaculate, so that's always a plus.